Oh, okay. Rolled back one version because, you know, it's been a little bit, funky over here in the current version. Where is my cursor? Oh? Oh, it did that thing where it switched that I can't use the D-pad. I gotta make sure I remember that here. Default settings, Now, no, still does not want to do it. I'm not using the joystick. You can't make me. So the real question is, okay, what if oh, no. Okay, this is, all right, I see. What it does is, it's a toggleable thing, but it doesn't check to see what the thing is. Oh, so if I have this, no, then I don't know. I don't know what causes what things to go on here, because this is, I don't understand. I do not understand this how the options work in this game sometimes. Anyway. Okay, what to do? Sorta. Now, last time I did an entire spiel about what I was going to, about like the good, use this fucking joystick or I'll shit your jorts. I don't wear shorts entirely. I never wear shorts. By the way, here's some cool Dr. Inferno Firebird lore. I don't wear shorts. I only wear pants. Regardless of how hot or humid or uncomfortable it is outside. I am only ever wearing pants. This is important, I suppose. But yeah, I guess if you're doing fan art, I'm more often than not in a t-shirt and jeans. And I don't even like jeans. I've always hated jeans. I think they're very uncomfortable, but I mean, you know, what am I going to do? Go walk around in sweatpants all day? So I got to wear jeans, unfortunately. Like, they're the most comfortable of your tidy whities. I wear boxers. Come on, man. Like, come on. Look, I'm not somebody that needs like a lot of support down there. What am I talking about? Why are we talking about this? Stop. Oh, this is why I need to do regular videos sometimes and not streams, because you just make me talk about this. Anyway. Okay. I wear shorts because I live in a fucking oven state. Do not wear shorts except when in the ocean. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know the last time I've been swimming, so that's I guess I do actually wear shorts when exercising, but like that's not in public. You know? That's like saying, "Oh, I wear shorts when I'm sleeping because, you know, I'm only wearing boxers." I'm not going to sleep nude. Come on. That's just crass. Anyway. So I didn't have any plans for what I was going to do today. And it's not going to be talk about my underwear choice for the entire stream. I can tell you that right now. If you live alone, why not? I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, I just, you know, I feel like even if I'm alone, I feel like I have to preserve some sort of modesty. Like yeah. Like, even if I'm sitting, like, there's no reason I need to be wearing clothes right now. But I am. I'm wearing the t-shirt and jeans here. But anyway, I had no plan for what I was going to do for this stream now. I was sort of thinking that it's like I was talking about some very powerful builds last time. And since the alpha is still kind of a little bit funky, maybe. Monka TOS, I said I am wearing clothes. Do I have to restart this stream or something right now? How do we get into this topic? Anyway. So, yes. I suppose I probably should, shouldn't I? I just said I am not. Back at like 7-zip packs things. Anyway, okay. We're not on the alpha. We're on the normal version of the game. I was thinking that I was talking about some very powerful builds last time. Maybe try to go for, like, I don't know, no hit against the last boss, or no hit against some of the boss. Well, the one other boss that I haven't gotten just yet. Should I restart the stream and go play some Risk of Rain? No, if I'm going to go play something, I have other games. You know, I'm just about to start up Rogue Legacy 2 after all. But, I don't know if anybody cares about that, but I'm having fun with it. Okay, let's just, like, go grab out the build that I had been talking about. I want to go mess around with that. Maybe even mess around with, like, a little bit of cards. I don't really do too well for the cards. Isn't there 4 you still got to do? I guess if you count the... Yeah, the Guardians. The Guardians still have that, don't they? I suppose I should kind of keep that in mind for the future, but it's probably fine. Anything else? Maybe Rampart? I can just go make some attempts on stuff here. I should probably also just go start up the... let's go start up the video portion of stuff then, I suppose. Why not? If we're going to be doing it... If we're kind of starting here right now. Sigma, bro. Yeah, I kept that the same stupid title as last time. Yes, I did get the queen done. Got that good old... So fun watching one. I mean, I hope you enjoyed it because I've already uploaded the final episode. I just got to go make it public. When's the next episode of that weird Conquistador? We tried recording part 2 of Betrayer, but instead ended up talking about Kingdom Hearts for 3 hours. Yeah. And then it's just like we didn't even do the video. I was actually thinking about why there's something about doing impressions of characters, and it led into that. But yeah, I was actually thinking about doing that today, but didn't end up. But I decided to do let's do a stream instead, since it's been a couple days since I've done Dead Cells. After all, sort of hoping that they would kind of iron out some of the issues with the newest alpha. But whatever, we can always do other stuff too, you know. Sigma Grindset. Oh no. You know, after people tried to... Oh my god, after the last stream, you think I would have learned to not call the stream Sigma Grindset. It's just, I think that phrase is very funny. Can you put it up on the VOD channel? I didn't actually record it. We were sitting in Discord about to start the episode for 3.5 hours. Just like I said, talking about Kingdom Hearts a lot. That's the main one I remember. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, let's go start up like an actual... We can just go talk about this during the video, considering this is going to be a very casual sort of run. Alright, starting this on up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Alpha still needs a little bit of time in the oven, so let's do a casual run today. Or, since I was talking about some of the more powerful builds you can have last time, maybe try out getting some perfect boss fights. Still 3 bosses in the game that I have yet to do that with. The 5-cell one, of course, the Guardian fight right before the Queen, and the Scarecrow. So, I think I'm still going to probably end up doing that on 5-cell mode. Or, not Gilded. Gilded Yumi would also be a good... Gilded Yumi or the Killing deck would also be some good ideas for a stream. But I guess I've kind of already started this one now, right? So, let's just go with this. Tactics run, obviously, I'm building up for. So, like Parry Shield, Thunder Shield, I feel like are some good choices. What are the most powerful sort of turrets that I can possibly get? These ones, I want to say. Maybe even grab the Crusher, but of course, Tesla Coil. Might end up changing this up, depending on how I'm feeling about how the run's going so far. But I think that all of this should make for, maybe even you, should make for a fairly easy run. And if I'm not wrong, actually, let's even take lightning rods. I do like lightning rods. And if I'm not wrong, I can probably actually get a couple, less than 20 items unlocked. Oh, I want to get the cool achievements, so what else can I throw down at this point in time? If I'm going for cool achievements, I might as well go for cool achievements, right? Good now? No, I don't want to actually count. Oh, although I suppose I should probably open up a few melee weapons just for like on-hit heals, 1% of the HP. Always a pretty effective way to get a lot of health back after all. Snake Fangs is also just like a decent weapon, you know. Some good stuff going on here. You're like dagger. Okay, if that's not good enough. Yeah, there we go. Let's do this. Cursed sword. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, that doesn't even scale with tactics anymore. You know what I'm saying. It's like Look, I'm willing to do a bunch of wacky builds here, but I am trying to use a build that's going to be good after all. As I was saying though, Money Shooter I think is a very good... Oh, actually, wait. Before I start this one up, there was... Of course, I did take Money Shooter, but I also said that, hey, Electric Whip is a very good item as well. So I should just have that here in case I'm, say, running low on money, or, I don't know, for whatever reason, I just don't want to keep using that item. We'll see. I have something of a build in mind that I want to use, but I am also perfectly willing to change it up depending on what happens to show up in the run. After all, say something like a very good version of the legendary item, any sort of legendary item could work pretty well. Although it looks like the start here, we're going into all electricity. This is the point in time that I would do the superconductor run if that one didn't already happen and then was never posted on the channel. Oh, I wonder why that was. Is it incredibly cursed conversations that always seem to come up when I do streams? Yes. No, that's it. Yes. You know how that goes. I don't know why I constantly have to read literally everything that's posted in chat, but sometimes it doesn't work out well for me. Okay, anyway. Especially considering what's currently going on in chat right now, chat. Anyway. Pick the bone? I mean, I got the bone, right? Bone is one of my favorite items. Like that is definitely one of my favorite items from the crossover update. Should be able to get you all easy. And there we go. And that is a nice fast attacking weapon that should work very well if I get it colorless, or of course with a lifesteal modifier on it. That is the number one thing I'm looking for. Anytime I take a hit, being able to easily rally right back up from that should come very easy, provided that I got any one of the weapons that I unlocked for this run right now. Okay, well this is... Oh, I was going to say, I made that pretty easy, but then it actually did. Okay, good. Already got the 30... Yeah, can I get... No. The lightning that comes out of the lightning rods is pretty large and in charge, but unfortunately... Yep. Well, I'm going to get hit some. Not enough to hit, like, all their levels of existence for enemies. Okay, anyway. Should be a water balloon skill for electric synergy. I just thought that would be kind of interesting. Or, like, you know, just make it so that bleed, for example. Because, you know, hey, blood is mostly water, right? We're not talking about zombies here, so maybe not, but the fact that you can still bleed these guys, I think, says that it should be an effective synergy regardless. But then again, do we really need to give bleed even more uses, as if it's not good enough already? All right. That one did hit below the area that I put that first one on. So, I mean, I guess I do know that, yeah, ultimately the electricity does... The electricity going between the rods does really, like, hit across the entire level, as proven many times before. But, I don't know, it's weird that it doesn't seem to do that unless you line it up in a very particular way. Oh well, regardless, I think this should be a very good way to clear out a lot of the level, you know, no problem at all. Because after all, playing tactics, even with a very powerful run, is playing with fire. Electricity in this case, but metaphorically so, you know what I'm saying. If I can, the faster I can take out enemies, and just like an enormous amount of enemies, the better. And as we know, combine that with something like the Poyo power, you can do things like bypass the instant, well, not instant kill, but like instant damage barriers that exist when you're falling down some of the levels. For example, the Mausoleum, which I'm probably going to be hitting up. And then that just makes it very convenient to try and use the lightning rods to take out pretty much the entire level at once. Especially considering that stuff like the Undying Shores, you go right to the end with it. And that'll save me a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of stuff. A little bit damage minus. Let's take Poyo power just because, hey, this is the run to do so, right? You know. Okay. Why does Father ignore us? Oh, I wonder. What are you over there talking about? What are you over there on my second monitor discussing right now? Because I can see it. It's not like I haven't been glancing over there to look. You're just trying to make it so that this run does not go up on YouTube again, aren't you? Aren't you? That's exactly. Look at these comments. Look at these comments that are happening right now. You know exactly why I'm not reading you, chat. Anyway. Okay, obviously, if I'm going to be going for the best run that I possibly can, I'm going to be hitting up all of the incentivized biomes because, you know, the legendary items, just in general, like larger areas that give me more gold. And here we go. Here's the snake fangs that I was looking for. I can't believe I just kind of found that in the next area. What an amazing... I'm feeling good about this run. I feel like this run is going places. Now, emergency triage. Maybe for like endgame? I don't know. There's a lot of good potential here in general for like many different items, but I think disengagement just to start, always a pretty safe bet, especially for a tactics run, you know. Okay. Still not reading you, chat. Yes, it's Dead Cells. We're doing some, I'm trying to do like a very powerful so as to try and do perfect bosses run today. One that I've been thinking about doing for streams, but you know, I've had plenty of other opportunities to use like new items as of late. But now that, aside from maybe like Gilded Yumi, I was thinking about maybe going back to using the killing deck one more time. I'm mostly done with all of the newest of items that have been introduced. Oh, by the way, thank you, KBJR, for the 5. Get the subs. I love you. Hope you're enjoying this very strange run where I'm trying as hard as possible to ignore chat for most of the time because their Twitch chat. Like, what more do I need to say, really? No, get up there. Poyo power, of course. One of the things that has made Poyo power extremely powerful in the past was the fact that I got a legendary version of it. That does not mean that Poyo power is still not going to be incredibly useful for most of this run, though. Okay. Doc, would you like to discuss the economical climate crisis? What? What's happening in the economy right now again? There's always something happening. I mean, I swear that when Bill Clinton said it's the economy, stupid, he was right. That's a reference for all of you 90s kids out there, right? Oh my god. Oh yeah, I suppose that is kind of a sort of thing something that I should expect at this point in time, right? You know, I still have a shield. I can probably switch that out for something else pretty quickly. But as you can see, Poyo power is still going to be very, very good, especially having taken an amulet that gives me 2 survival right now. That should really stack future stat gains to be very much in favor of getting a lot of extra tactics. And because of that, big stats on the Poyo Power. Big stats on everything, really. Should make for a very effective run. Okay. Good, good, good. I love this chicken so much. The bird stuff. It's all great in Dead Cells. I don't know why. I could not tell you. You know, I mean, I have my theories. But for whatever reason, a lot of the bird-based stuff in Dead Cells is very good. I don't think they intended it to be like that, but here we are. I mean, unless they did, which I mean, motion twin. Oh, you shouldn't have. Okay, Wings of the Crow. As good as that is, I do want to kind of... I like this stuff I'm using right now. Obviously, as I get a little bit closer to the bosses, I'm going to be switching stuff out more for a build to actually deal with them. Stuff like replacing maybe the Snake Fangs with a Hokuto's bow, going for the mutation that will let me fire that off, everything like that. But for right now, as you can see, Electric Whip is still very good. Money Shooter, I really was impressed by the damage I was getting out of that when I was using it before. And I want to have that for the actual bosses. But for right now, as you can see, the great tracking, the damage over time, you really can't hope for much more. And this is even like after it's been nerfed a little bit. Yet I still think it is absolutely, you know, the toppest of tiers. Unfortunately, that was a bad time to turn into a chicken. Doesn't matter. I already got the 60 kills. I already got the 60 kills. I got something to heal up immediately right now. Oh, did not stand a chance, did you? So I should be totally fine for pretty much the rest of this. Yep. That is like so hot. Hey, we already did like the Money Shooter and everything run up to this point. Don't build for bosses, build for librarians. All of these items should be pretty good for librarians, thank God. Although, I don't know, what am I going to end up doing? Two of the bosses that I want to fight right now, the Guardian and the 5-cell boss, are both kind of mutually exclusive. You can't get both of them in the same run. So, y'all got any opinions on which one you want to see for this? Obviously, we can still go get the Scarecrow, so building for the Scarecrow is still going to be a great idea regardless. But, God, what a like flawlessly done... Oh, nice. Even more healing. What a flawlessly done Poyo Power there. Final use of that, getting directly on top of the two mushroom jerks down there. All right, trying to desperately get us to focus on the game. I mean, okay, now come on. Look, we can spend like an hour or something talking about FNAF lore, but let's at least establish the run first. Look, most people end up dipping out at around like 10 to 15 minutes, which, by the way, I think is actually pretty good for YouTube. But still, it is after that time, then I can go and try and explain the entire FNAF lore timeline to you, okay? Actually, I should be building for legendary items more than anything else, because like I said, I'm killing enemies before they can even react. Okay. Oh, and that is, which is why I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about like having the big heals eventually, or that's the hope. We'll see kind of how it goes by the end game, but anything special or good? 80% on hey, you actually hit me there? Whatever. I still got the heals for it. 6. So close. So close to getting the fabled 10 tactics by the end of the first area. That is not a fabled thing, but I don't know. I'm making it up right now because I want it to be a thing. Let's people to know what like the optimal build I'm trying to work towards is at this point in time. I think I'm actually like totally out of stats anyway to find, so unless I get like some sort of ridiculous nonsense happening here, challenge rift, extra necklaces, I don't really think that is going to occur at this rate. Oh well. If I could find channel drips would be very nice here. That is obviously the #1 way that you get a lot of extra stats in any sort of run. But especially in a run where I'm trying to maximize my stats as much as possible. Okay, there we go. Oh, man, I tell you. All right. We always know that William Afton wins. He never wins. He's died every... Like, how many times has that guy died in the series? He just comes back, which is a dumb thing. I cannot be killed. That's my power as a villain. But, you know, like I said, we can wait until we at least get a little bit farther into the run. Oh, that was close. For right now. Look, I'm at 100% health. I'm looking pretty good. Needless to say, though... Well, I should go get the scroll fragment for right now. Cheese and bratwurst. I don't like sausages, though. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. Look, cheese and bratwurst and like those sort of like hot dogs that you get that are also stuffed with cheese. I don't know if you guys... I don't know how common those are elsewhere in the world, but we got them here. That is very much a Wisconsin thing. It's true. Just go get your bratwurst, your sauerkraut, your beer. Put on your the Packers cheese hat thing. You're from Wisconsin, baby. Let's go take out a pack of cards, play some euchre. Well, we're going deer hunting. How many other more Wisconsin things can I say right now? I can't think of anything else. But like, yeah, is there meta FNAF lore? Yes. No, yes. Especially after Help Wanted, yes, there is meta FNAF lore. In the Joy of Creation fan game that apparently like starred, I guess in some way, Scott Cawthon, who did die by the end of that game, which was a pretty wild sort of concept for me for a fan game, which it's something about that where it's just like, boy, that's a real person, guys. But, you know, I want the spicy shawarma. I don't really eat a whole lot of ground meats. That's just, for your daily Dr. Infernal Firebird lore, don't eat ground meats very often. I have the occasional hamburger, and that's about it. Scott is an in-game character. Yeah, like I said, he did in fact appear in Help Wanted. Okay, this is about the point in time that the lightning rods, look, I love you lightning rods, but bird supremacy, you know? The Hamburger lore. Anyway, hamburgers are fucked. What do you mean? Hamburgers are great. Well, let's make sure I have enough money for everything I possibly want to do. Well, this is gonna be a good test of the actual build. So let's do it. See, Bug Snacks is on PC. Ooh. Okay. Do I want to play Bug Snacks? Obviously, yeah, that's in my wheelhouse. I do like me some weird, surrealistic type of games, and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs Island, starring a bunch of Muppets, is in that same vein. But I don't know, how good was it? Was it something I'd really be interested in? Okay, not too far down. Big golden boys, oh, you're telling me. But I don't know, like I said, this is supposed to be a very powerful run. I feel confident that I can probably... Hey, that should have killed him before. Whatever. Look, it doesn't matter. I'll be getting plenty of benefit from many other things over the course of this right now. Observe. Guys, I lay eggs on stuff, as one does in Dead Cells. At least as I do. Okay, summon up my other bird again. Let's do this. Okay. What do you remind me of, Cloud? What the hell? Oh no, it's what? Oh, those things are called gold gorgers. I always thought it was gold golems. Ah! What's wrong with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? That's a fun, weird. Yeah. Oh, just wait for them to teleport to me, I guess. Yep, that'll do. Oh, Come on, this is like one of the worst attributes to get for these characters here. How frustrating. Oh, God, and it's going to keep teleporting to me this entire time. Motion twin, etc. Fix your game. At least, I don't know if this is technically like fixing game or just, I don't like the fact that this is a thing that can happen. Maybe one of half a dozen of one and 2 dozens of the other. Whatever the phrase is. I'm trying to be cutesy with the phrases, and it's not a good idea. Great, now there's also a second Elite Gold Gorger. This is awesome and great and perfect and cool. Certainly, I definitely made the right choice. Currently going into... Maybe I can just kind of like force it right now. No. Well, that was a terrible, terrible start to that area, especially knowing that the guy would continue to teleport to me regardless. It's not a lot of damage, as you do. Ugh. You should now immediately die after commenting this is a powerful run. I mean, it's meant to be a powerful run. It's not like literally a powerful run just yet. I had a little bit farther to go before that was going to happen. That said, it's like, certainly... starting out with yeah, like one of the worst versions of that golem was not really that helpful. Good. Hit them already. Survival instead of let's keep what I got right now just because of, well, you know, I get more money for selling that amulet instead. Look, I'm still working with a tactics run and everything. In all likelihood, I won't get the shielded golem, the shielded gold gorger, to attack me a second time. What are the chances of that? Nothing. That's literally nothing. Anyway. Is your stop talking. Why did I call this stream Sigma Grindset? Because that's what I called the last stream. Because I was grinding. I was grinding in Rogue Legacy. Oop. Still, though, it's just like, oh my God. I just think it's a very funny phrase. Anyway, oh come on, it's intended to be an extremely difficult area regardless. You're never going to be able to go into the bank and have an easy time with it. Although I feel like it shouldn't be that hard. Motion twin, etc. But you know, who am I to say what's intended for the game and what's not? Yeah, it was like grinding up a good, what was it, like 40, 50 levels in that game? Of which at this point in time, almost done with Rogue Legacy. Looking forward to seeing the sequel at this point. I want to stack the stats in my favor, at least to start out with here. Then we can change it up into a little bit different type of build. Still, though, the other thing I think to look for right now is trying to get that Hokuto's bow. That is always, of course, the classic combination, and although I tried to go for a little bit more of a healing build, clearly that didn't really work out because of, you know, issues. You know. When you get an elite gold gorger as your first enemy, and it's also one that shields itself, so not even possible to attack it most of the time. Oh, so many bad things happening in that last run. Just happens like that, though, sometimes. You know, you play with the RNG, and you get burned sometimes, you know? Play Final Fantasy 15. It's on sale. Thinking of getting it? Yeah, I got a full playthrough on the channel. I liked it. I gotta say, I did not... Okay. I liked it. I like the game. But it's mostly because of, like, the interplay between the characters. I gotta say that, like, the actual plot of the game is kind of and the gameplay is also sort of and I'm not a huge fan of open world games, but the fact that I still say that I enjoyed it anyway, I feel like that speaks volumes, right? You know how that is. Full playthrough, yeah. I start to credits. Are you telling me that I did not play that entire game? Like, just because I didn't show you every single one of the side quests or anything, it does not mean that is not a full playthrough of the game. You didn't fish. I didn't like the fishing. Whatever, the fishing was, I don't know. I tried the fishing like once when they first introduced it, and I was like, not into it. And again, I still said that I liked the game, so come on, that should speak volumes to it, right? Ugh. I'm telling you. Alright, you know what, I was using Poyo Power an awful lot. Let's kind of go with more of a basic turret build. And I am still going to dip down into the bank when I get the chance anyway. It's not about the win, it's about the gold gorgers you made. I didn't even make that one. That one just existed in the world. Ugh. Seems like your overall impression was that? No, I really like the game. Once again, it's just like I feel like the characters were pretty strong and like entertaining. I feel like a lot of the three other Final Fantasy games that I played on the channel, that was something really lacking in those, you know? And so I was happy to see that in Final Fantasy 15. Yeah. It's an important part of any sort of story in a game for me. Anyway, yeah. Some more upgrades, obviously. Anything that is going to end up giving me a little bit more, like anything that's going to buff up damage over time. Of course, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Instead of taking disengagement, okay. See, I told you, we're already back in the bank. Tag to the bank, boys. We're in it. Don't take it anywhere, boys. We're already in the bank. There we go. Final Fantasy 16 is just a straight up DMC game, so I don't know. I still like turn-based combat. Like I would have liked if they did like if they just tried to, you know, make the turn-based combat a little bit more interesting rather than being like, nah, you know what? It's all action nonsense now. Because, like, yo, Final Fantasy 15, the fact that you had to try to die at any point in time, you know, get a game over, just so that, because, you know, you're spending all of your time just using consumables over and over, and you didn't think that made the fight look very interesting for the video. But it's like you have to sit there and wait for Noctis to just like go like, oh, I'm dying. I should probably use like a Phoenix down right now or something. And then 10 minutes later, he's finally like, oh, okay, now I'm dead. That was sort of frustrating. This is one of those incredibly specific sort of complaints that I don't think anybody else had about the game. But yeah, it was a weird system. Can't really say I was a fan. All right. But you know, hey, you got to go around in that just like super weird, fun mix of like modern day type of thing where you're driving a high-end car and also going to ancient tombs to beseech the help of your ghostly ancestors, which I found a very fun sort of juxtaposition between the two things. It's pretty often that, you know, you got the magic technology in Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy 15 just did it in such a weird way that I couldn't help but find it compelling. Right? And oh my god, that was so much damage. That was an incredibly huge amount of damage. Maybe I should switch out the... Sure. Maybe I should switch out the owl at this point in time. Now then, what is the best option otherwise? Especially knowing that I might... Oh, maybe just another Great Owl of War. Why not? After all, it should be quite a bit higher level at this point in time. Okay. Loki Scorpions are one of the most deadly enemies in the game. They can sneak up on you, but I feel like if you got your head on a swivel, and of course you're not, sure, you know what? I'm okay with that. You're definitely making sure that you're pretty much constantly moving, which you should be anyway in this game. especially with enemies teleporting to you all the time. It's not a bad tactic. Okay. Like good old Warlords. I don't think I ever played that. I do enjoy a very many amount of. I'm sorry, my ability to speak kind of got lost there when I panicked against all these enemies. I do enjoy a lot of turn-based games. Got Xcom 2 recently, which I was gonna play just kind of like off, not even like on stream or anything, but still have not yet gotten around to that. So I'm trying to finish Invisible Ink instead. It's a turn-based stealth game, which is pretty cool, but I'm just utterly god-awful at it, I gotta say. It's taken me a long time to go through it. Wait for you to teleport up here. And then as you can see, the damage is already a little bit better. This gives me, of course, one of the reasons why I tell people Alchema Carbine and everything is so good is specifically because it is very, very huge range, the lingering damage and everything. You cannot go wrong with something like this. It keeps you very safe, unless there are invisible enemies sitting directly behind you. Then that might be a little bit of a problem. It was not, though. Oh, I heard about Wargroove, but I heard that was like, I don't know, like really slow or something. Like they had like a lot of animations or something. I don't know. I never really played, to be honest, never really played too much of the, oh boy, Advance Wars series. And by very much of the Advance Wars series, I mean any, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. I think I'm actually just gonna, after all, I can go and borrow money. And I mean, it's free money, man, when you borrow it. Ask any bank. But I think not dying should be a little bit more of my priority for right now. Just a feeling. No, I'm gonna get a high level version of the Gold Gorger. That is okay. Especially if I could get it to land inside of the... Especially if I could end... Oh, that was really close. Especially if I could end up getting it to land inside of the... electric chains down there, which maybe I can make that work. I don't know. See if I can... I think... I'm not... it might have just gotten killed normally. I'm not entirely sure. Looks like that might have done it. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Now then... Almost at 60 kills. See, this is already going significantly better. It's a gamble. It is a gamble to go inside the bank, which is weird. Why is it? It's not a casino, it's a bank. Unless this is commentary. In a way that I never really expected Motion Twin to bring out in this very goofy sort of game. I think it's going to pay off, though. Is what I'm trying to say. Good. Okay. Warlords 2 and 3 is from like 1996, 1999. Yeah, I don't think I've actually played them. Too bad. Maybe that's something to check out in the future then. Because, of course, I'll definitely be into... Definitely not... Somebody who is uninterested in looking at old games sometimes. Okay. All right. I was just like, man, is he just gonna stay there? Just gonna stay there. I'm just gonna sit here until he dies. Did not quite happen in that way now, did it? Okay. Good damage. Life is a casino, and I'm here to ride it all night long. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna be dealing with this now. As one does. Well, as I do. Because I want to maximize the amount of money that I'm getting. And that means that the gold gorgers get to gorge on gold. It's not what I want to happen, but it is what is currently happening. Okay, I think I got him. There's the money. Good. All right. Now then. See, I mean, once again, not going too bad so far. But still, as soon as I get like the proper build and all of my stats and everything up here to what I want. Oh. Good enough. To what I want to get them at. This should be one good run. And I might even get, you know, plenty of other very helpful sort of things in here just based on the fact that... Ha! There, open the door. Now I can go buy... Actually, doesn't that lock me out from borrowing money anymore? Probably, right? I don't think I've ever checked that before. Well, that's okay, though. Regardless. I'm going to encounter a mimic. And if I don't die, then I should, I don't know, get some kind of very powerful equipment for right now. The door relocks if you borrow. Okay, well, whatever. Then I'll pay it off. Look, I'm worst comes to worst, a curse is not the most devastating thing in a run where I'm not getting hit very much anyway. So, you know what I want. Money shooter or some other fun type of... Whoa, Jesus. This is... Okay, with it slow down... Slow down. Almost there. Nice. There's the extra powerful version of the money shooter. 100% worth it. I don't know what you're talking about. What the hell was that attack? I don't know. I've never seen that one before either. It's frightening though. Good to know that it has that it's now got like a great anti-range stuff in addition to everything else that it can do. Oh boy, fun. Okay. Anyway. Ooh, get that backpack out here, man. Potion. I don't want to use the potion though. She's gonna go all the way down to the bottom here. I don't want to use the potion because like I want to. I'm gonna lose all my potions. This is the tautology that I am using right now. By the way, do I have a bleeding target? It might be worth seeing if I can't find something with that then. But anyway, it's like, yeah, with a very powerful version of the money shooter. A weapon that I have been touting as being quite good for some time. And it does pierce? Yes, pierce the first target at least. Oh, no! The invisible enemy right behind me. Damn it. Man, I tell you. Moveset depends on what item you buy, which is actually pretty cool. Oh, I didn't know that. That is interesting. I'm not going to stop going to the bank. The bank is going to be worth it sooner than later, trust you me. Got dead celled. Yeah, well, invisible enemies. You know how that goes sometimes. Otherwise, I mean, it's like that was all right for the run. All I need to do is go get down to the food shop, and I would have been sitting pretty. Trust me. But hey, got the mimic down. Got a little bit more practice against the mimic, against some of the harder mimics that seemingly can exist. Because yeah, that's sort of like a spray of bullets is not going to be the easiest thing to deal with. Oh boy. Man, been going for nearly 40 minutes and haven't even gotten past the first area. Maybe I should actually go restart the video here at this point in time. Hey, chat, you got any opinion? Because I am seriously considering that right now. Yeah, more 2 times damage things. Not that it really matters. It's the exact same sort of item, but you know what I'm saying. Nah, keep it. Whatever. Let's just keep going then. Hey, it's supposed to be a casual sort of run anyway. I guess. Sort of. Like, yeah, that money shooter would have been able to just, like, one-shot most of the things that would exist from this point in time. Just, you know. Didn't quite... Well, I couldn't take both of them, unfortunately. Yeah, in the Sigma Grindset runs, I'm a complete and utter failure, as you do. As anybody that follows the Sigma Grindset knows. Alright, I am. I'm just gonna... We'll restart this the next time I die. Or, like, actually get to one of the bosses. I suppose. Yeah. Alright. So now we can go into cursed conversations, everybody. Alright, what sort of cursed nonsense do you want to talk about now? Because we're trying to get back to the point that I ended off at. Oh yeah, I don't have the thing again. Reveals invisible enemies. Oh, that would have been useful for the last run, right? Okay. Almost there. I'm telling you, though, it's like Bank is just a very difficult area. It is one that is going to be... It is one that is going to be hard to do, but very rewarding once I actually finish it. Something about clothes and or genitals. Okay. What do you got to ask about clothes? Let's just go with that. Just took a shower with my dog. That cursed? I don't know. What? I don't know what that would entail, I suppose, is the real thing. Boxes or briefs? I always have boxers. I was talking about that before in the stream, where it's just like, I don't wear boxes. I like boxes for underwear type of stuff. I don't know, I just feel like anything else is a little bit too constricting. It's kind of the way that I look at it. Okay. Now, do you have any more questions about clothes that I wear? I just told you that I only wear like jeans and t-shirts or something. She was dirty, she needed a bath, but you gave her a shower. You see the dichotomy of your statement here, right? I don't know anything about that child. It's like I'm not here. I'm a very drama averse person, and I'm not gonna go like, oh man, what are the celebs doing these days? Tell me you don't wear tuxedos when you stream every time? No. I wear a full-on diving suit, like the old school ones that make you look like a Scooby-Doo monster every single time I stream. It's true, you got me. Boxers for blockers. Bacas. You sussy bacas. Anyway, okay, well, that was word association, everybody. It happens when I run out of things to say. Yes, if you to go watch the 13 Sentinel series for more. All right, anyway, boxer briefs considered more boxes or briefs? I think they're more boxers, but I don't know. I never really wear them. I'm gonna go buy some more boxers too. By the way, just why am I telling you this? I don't know. I'm just thinking that it's like, oh yeah, I gotta go buy some more of those soon enough. All the ones that I've been wearing have been so lovingly used that they have been reduced to just like mere threads. So, also I buy the cheapest stuff possible, which is probably why that happens as well. Can you dive into the Atlantic and retrieve my Pokemon Black DS game? I'm sorry, the Pokemon Black DS game belongs to the fish now. The Kingdom of Atlantis does appreciate your contribution, and they will give you a good harvest for this year as part of your sacrifice. Does that help? What makes them briefs is the tightness. So yeah, box briefs are more briefs to me. Okay. Poseidon reset your run. Well, yeah, I mean, look, man. Poseidon wants to go through the journey. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to encounter. He doesn't want to piggyback on your journey. Come on. Yes, no. He appreciated all the Pokemon that you caught and everything, but at the same time, you don't own the game anymore. You're not going to be able to. Like, you're not getting it back. It belongs to the Briny Deeps. Davy Jones also has a save on there right now, and they just couldn't keep yours. Do you know how many like narwhals down there are itching to play that game? They gotta like erase save files by the week just to be able to fit all the stuff on there. They don't have no, they don't have like emulation or anything underwater. That's ridiculous. How would they put a computer down there and have it still continue to work? They got to use the original cartridges. Anyway. Look, I'm a certified theologist. That's what I got my doctorate in. I know about this sort of stuff. Both ancient and modern religions. If you have any sort of question about what sort of games God would play, I can answer that. Any god. All the gods. Nothing but at least a little bit more money here. Of course, the answer is always black and white. And black and white, too. Man, really not too much going on in this area, is there? Although, maybe Crusher. I do like Scavenge Bombard, but like the whole slow really did save my bacon last time now, didn't it? Oh, boy. Fruit of the Loom or Haynes? Where do your loyalties lie? I don't know. My loyalties lie with like the cheapest stuff possible. That's the, like I said, I'm not really somebody that spends a lot of money on underwear. You know how that is. What is Buddha's opinion on Souls like? He's a big fan of how there's always the cycle of death and rebirth in every single one of the series. That's actually like a fairly simple representation of the theology, but one that is effective in how it's told. Anyway, wait. There we go. Give me that money. Let's keep seeing what happens. Yeah, God's a big fan of like using the like Godzilla invasion of SimCity. As we all know, if you're 5 years old and you're playing SimCity 2000, not my actual age, you're not figuring that out easy enough, that you'll very quickly get bored with the game and then just try and see how many meteors you can send down. That's just how you play those games, really. What's the Phoenix think of Persona 5? You know what I think of Persona 5. Do you want me to go rant more about Persona 5 at this point? We got some time before we get back to the actual run, I suppose. Considering that this run is actually not looking too bad. Anything of interest? Do I want to go the Hokutos? Do I want to go the Mioni shooter? I think I want to go the Mioni shooter. Because after all, I am currently using a Midas Touch. Not as good. What sort of games does Satan like? Satan likes all video games. He made most of them, after all. Like, come on. I thought that was obvious. Okay, yeah. Take that right now. Oh, do we want more Persona 5? Oh, my God. You know, so recently I was just thinking about... famously, Kurt Vonnegut had some tips for writing. And I just like I was just thinking... Man, what were those again? Because it had been years since I actually looked at them. And then I realized that, oh man, if I actually saw that in time for the series, you would never hear the end of me talking about it. Considering how perfectly it encapsulates everything. Okay, we're done talking about Persona. Ah! Okay, come on. Trying my hardest here not to just completely wang this run, but I do, yeah, there's bread over there. Good old bread. No, keep going. I mean, God, just thinking about some of the stuff like, oh, be sadistic to your characters so that you can see what they're made of. It's like, man, start as close to the end as possible. Obviously, not every single one of those things I think is really like applicable. They're more just like general tips, something that you can keep in mind. Oh, maybe the perfect one. Every single sentence in your story should advance plot or reveal character. And I was gonna point out some of the initial parts of that game where it's like, hey, okay, so you gotta take this train to get to school, but there's gonna be kind of an annoying transfer you make halfway through. Okay, there you go. Is Kurt Vonnegut in your top 5 authors of all time? No, I just like the guy. I mean, frankly, he's really a huge curmudgeon, kind of a jerk. But I do think, I do like especially those little guidelines for creative writing that he wrote. I think ultimately all I've ever read by him is Slaughterhouse-5. I was referred to like Tralmathadorian logic. There we go. You know, that is Chekhov's gun. That's Anton Chekhov, a playwright. But yeah. Like one of those rules was, hey, don't try to surprise your audience. Let them know as much information as you possibly can. The hell with surprises. They should be able to figure out the end of the story, even if cockroaches happen to eat the last few pages. And I'm sitting here thinking, it's like, oh yeah, I guess Kurt Vonnegut was not a huge fan of mystery novels, which he probably wasn't. Like I said, he was a huge curmudgeon back in the day. Who probably had some very hot Twitter opinions on like genres of books entirely. But at the same time, looking at like 13 Sentinels, I can see where that's coming from. You know? How many Nox's commandments? I was trying to remember that when we were talking about Umineko. I could not remember the name of it. But like, yeah, I'm mostly familiar with that because of, ooh, I'll take the bleed. I'm mostly familiar with that because of, yeah, people talking about Umineko. Of most things. Most mysteries you can solve. True, but you know what I'm saying here. It's like, many famous authors are notoriously mercurial. Yeah, I think it just comes with being an auteur. If you are, for whatever reason, people who are very good at their craft are also very, very something. You know how that is. You know, Thomas Pynchon is alive. He's been a recluse for half a century. Oh yeah, no, dude used to, despite being famous recluse, used to do voices on Simpsons for a really long time. What a dickheaded, yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yes, but like, yeah, though. Well, you know what? Let's not mince words. Yes. I don't think anybody's really going to argue that. If you just look at like any interview with like a director from the 70s, especially back when they apparently had no morals in Hollywood, unlike now where they mostly have no morals in Hollywood. Oh, the hot opinions. Anyway, stupid. Let's go into the bank again. Oh, Pynchon seems like such a... I've always wanted to like check out some of that guy's novels. I never did because they seem really dense and difficult to understand. Sort of that like James Joyce style. At least that's kind of the impression that I got, you know, when I tried to read like the Wikipedia article for Gravity's Rainbow. Oh, but something about missiles. His books are extremely dense and hard to navigate. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's something I'd be into. That if I actually checked it out, that I would find it a little bit more entertaining than I'm expecting. But, woof. One of those dudes that's very famous, but I don't know if it's quite for me. Keep on going here, man. Give me that cash. Although the problem is, like I was saying, that I am kind of running into the point where Cash is getting... Oh, a coloredless bone? I'll take it for now. Like I was saying, Cash is getting a little bit more scarce now. I would actually be very happy to see something as an alternative, and here we go. Man, really, that wasn't enough? Kind of surprised. Usually bone does a little bit more damage than that. Okay. But yeah, it's weird that we started out with Persona 5 and now we're getting opinions on literature from me, of all things. I don't even read that many books. I don't have... That was so close! Okay. Okay. God, but y'all better not make me play Umineko. What, you're not gonna... We've been talking so much about me having to play Danganronpa. You don't want to go make me do that instead? Don't make me do that one either. I'm just saying. Good old Bone Zone. Still very effective. Okay. Do so love that item. Okay. All right. Sick noise for the sex fan game. What does it mean to be a sex fan game? Because it's like that implies that there's like there's the legit version of the Dr. Inferno Firebird. I guess that's the fighting game, and then there's the naked mod that you also the naked mod that you can also patch in there if you so choose. Okay, so you're gonna be like that then. I see. There we go. Oh, not playing Overwatch 2. I like played 10 minutes of How is Overwatch 2? Okay, tell me how Overwatch 2 is. I'm curious. We got some good stuff going on there, or is it just like, it's more the same? Is it actually something... Okay, you know what? That's a point in time that I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of Meowny here. Basically no stuns or shields. Is that a bad thing? Look, that seems okay. I can't really say that I'm super knowledgeable about this sort of stuff, but that doesn't seem like the worst, right? The entire concept sounds like a cash grab. Yeah. I remember everybody being so hyped up over Overwatch, but I gotta say, every single time I heard about Overwatch 2, or, like saw it trending on Twitter, my first thought was, oh man, what is Blizzard trying to distract from this time? A terrible way to think about it, I know, but at the same time, oh, come on now. Oof. My body. Okay, then. Oh, definitely better than Overwatch itself. Tanks are making a difference. Shields are less important. No assault. At least support is good for sometimes. Yeah, yes. We're all aware of the SFM scene for Overwatch. I've never ever watched any of those sort of things, but even it's managed to penetrate my circle of knowledge. Okay, let's do a real thing. Supports are hard to stop to the 10% for DPS movement speed, so it's hard to kill them, or rather even harder. It doesn't sound too bad. I mean, I, of course, am usually a dedicated support player because, yeah. Honestly, SFM porn is kind of grody most of the time. I really do not know. I like 3D, let me tell you. I'm going to go get some water and then let's go restart like the actual, stuff here. Which I'll enjoy tanks and DPS, but healers not so much. Even Mercy's new UI is bad. Like literally, it's bad. Well, whatever. I wasn't like, look, multiplayer game, first-person shooter, etc. It's not like I had too much, unless it was like, oh man, the game is like 1,000 times better than the original. Even they really knocked it out of the park with this one. That's the only time I would even consider like, hey, let's check it out. But I don't know. If it seems like there's problems, I I'm just kind of curious as to how it was going. Yes, the source filmmaker. Yeah, it's just it's. I guess it's pretty easy to. Okay then. I guess it's pretty easy to import 3D models into. No, not that. No, not that either. What are the other dumb images that I have here that I can use as a back soon type of thing? Definitely isn't that better than Overwatch itself. Game feels refreshed, but lack of balance is definitely showing. Well, I mean, I always heard that that was kind of like the case with a lot of stuff in the game, though. Right? Okay, I'll be back in a minute. So just let me go get some water quick. Oh, does it have like an actual PvE mode? That's interesting. Anyway. All right, let's start this one back up again. Hopefully get somewhere this time. All right, starting it up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, starting it up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Alpha still needs a little bit more time in the oven, so back to the normal update for the what do I want to call it? Okay, here, starting 5, 4, 3, 2. The alpha update still needs a little bit more time in the oven, so this time I'm going to be going back to the more stable version of the game to do what might be a pretty powerful run. At least that's what I'm hoping. I already died in the bank 3 times, but since I was talking about how, like what the best builds are in the game, I thought I'd put my money where my mouth is, especially with the money shooter here. And maybe try and finally go for some of the perfect boss fights that I've been missing so far. Scarecrow, Guardians, the 5 boss cell fight, of course. And I'm going to try and do it on 5 boss cells, even though technically for 2 of those bosses I really don't need to. But why not? Just because I do have a lot of confidence in this build, aside from going into the bank, which is still very, very difficult. So we'll see what happens, though. For the time being, though, initial part of this run is going to be a little bit less powerful until I can really get my entire build together, especially with all of the... Come on now. With all of the items and synergies that I'm possibly looking for. The plan, though, is money shooter by the time that I get to the boss, because I was very impressed by the damage that I got out of that. Other than that, Alchemic Carbine, and hey, nice. That's also a good beginning, too. Extra stats right off the bat. Hokuto's Bow, Alchemic Carbine, always a great combination. Got the Electric Whip if I get some good synergies. Hey, it's still a great item after all. There's a lot of good things that can happen here. But if I do happen to find, say, a very good legendary item, that is also kind of part of the... jumped one more time even though I didn't need to. Kind of also going to be integrated into the build best I can. Because if there is one thing that can get you just the most damage in the game, it is legendary items. That's why, you know, aside from just going into, say, the Fractured Shrines, purely for the sake of incentivized biomes, it also does give you the 3 legendary items to choose from. We'll see when I get there, though. For right now, I'm going to be just trying to craft the build as best I can for the moment. I guess mostly based around electricity for the time being. So we have a good time to take out the superconductor run if, you know, I didn't already do that one, and unfortunately it couldn't be posted you-know-why, chat. Chat. Come on now. Scarecrow fight is 30 seconds long. No hit list for it yet. I've gotten so close a few times. I mean, even like the 5-cell mode fight, I have gotten perfected before. Go look at the Rhythm and Bazooki run. Yes, I did it with a survival weapon, for God's sake. But for some reason, I've never been able to replicate that. It shouldn't be... Like, even in that last... I only got hit... What, 2-3 times in total in the last time I did the 5-boss cell fight back in that crowbar run? You'd think it would be easier, but I'm also very good at choking all the time and just losing it. No problem at all. It's kind of embarrassing. But hey, good range, good damage over time, especially getting buffed out by the Hokuto's bow and everything. It should make it fairly easy. That money shooter just... The damage you get out of that money shooter is incredible. And all I need is... And that should be like one-shotting enemies very quickly into the game. Even by the time that I get into like the second or third biome, really. There's a lot of good stuff here. I just need to get it. You know, like quick hits from the turrets and everything. If I can get that, if I can get it legendary, if I can get like just an abundance of stats from getting a lot of cursed chests or challenge drifts happening to show up. These are all the things that it requires to just blast down enemies, even on the highest difficulty possible. We'll see if that happens, though. Certainly, I don't want to go back to the bank anymore. The bank is just, my God, that bank. The bank is the bank, and it is just... It is destroyed, what, 50 an hour long sort of a recording so far? That's why we're restarting here. So, hey, go check on Twitch if you want to see the full disgusting runs that died before they even got into the third area proper. That said, I think for right now, I'm going to actually show some restraint and not end up going into that biome. The bank will really be worth it. I mean, it probably would be. Don't you remember when I fought the Mimic in there? I got like a 300% damage, like, you know, level 10 or something money shooter. That would have been amazing. That's the sort of thing that you get before you even get to the first boss. Oh my God, that would do so much damage. Of course, bosses do have damage caps and everything, which is why it might not be that good, but still, for that point in the game, I think it would have been incredible. Just one more bank try. No, you already had 3 bank tries. Ah, sorry, I hit my microphone there. Chat never misbehaves. No, never. 30 seconds is an eternity in this game, yeah. Yeah, it's true, though. Ooh. Obviously, I'd like the more powerful electric whip. But stack those stats, because this will spawn more things that... This will try to spawn less things with brutality in them, and consequently spawn more things with tactics in them. I call it stacking stats. I don't know. I think it's a reasonably clever name for that sort of concept, but we'll see how it happens. Strictly speaking, the oldest bank in the world, without distinguishing between commercial and merchant banks, is the Barenberg Bank in Hamburg, founded in 1590 in what was the German part of the Holy Roman Empire. It is the oldest bank of any kind, operating continuously with the same legal identity. 1590 seems way newer than I would have thought. I don't know, that's like 1600s. It's like that is not ancient history. You'd think you would have a bank before that, but I suppose maybe not. It's like, yeah. I don't know. It's like, there's not, yeah, that's not like, you know, BC or anything. Well, maybe I'll just go buy this right now. Make up for the fact that I sold the other one right there anyway. While you rainbowing your build? Yeah, I was saying that what it does is it means that in this first area, because I got a bunch of stats that are not my main stat, I should have a lot more scrolls spawn that will give me tactics. So after this point, I'm going to have all of my stats kind of so heavily stacked into tactics that it will not spawn, that it will try to avoid spawning tactics past this point. But for now, this is going to be an ultra glass cannon build, but I should be able to get some real good damage even coming out of the first area. You know, that is Probably a bank in the Greek city-states or something. Yeah, you would think so, right? At least I would think so. I guess, well, operating with the same identity. There might have been one that just does not exist anymore. Still, 1590s is like, it's, yeah, I don't know. Okay. It's all RNG. It doesn't change. Maybe it doesn't, but I know at different times that they try to give you, with some of the dual scroll stats, not obviously the power stats, or the power scrolls, which give you the choice of any one of the three things. The dual stat scrolls usually try not to give you your main stat most of the time. And then again, it definitely is doing it here, so, well, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? You may be right. I may be incorrect. But it might just be an error that you're looking for. Ah! But turn out the lights and don't try to change me. Because I'm doing it. And also, I'm going to stop referencing Billy Joel. I just wanted to get that. I feel like it's been a little while since I've done, like, big music references. Gotta get back to that. Ah! Okay. Here we are. In Babylonia, 2000 BCE, people depositing gold were required to pay amounts such as 1/60th of the total deposited. Both the palaces and temples were known to have provided lending and issuing lending and issuing. I know that was a very common thing. I mean, after all, there was a very famous story in the Bible about that. The palaces, to a lesser extent, such loans typically involved issuing seed grain, repayment from the harvest. Yeah, that's almost more of an investment, if anything else. These basic social agreements were documented in clay tablets with an agreement on interest accrual. Okay, well, that's closer, yeah. The habit of depositing and storing wealth in the temple. Okay, there we are. So yes, definitely been around for a long time. I guess the Bergen Bank, on the other hand, is just the one it's sort of like Lloyd's of London type of thing, where people have been taking out insurance in one form or another for a long time, but that's like the oldest, still extant company that issues insurance. 60, nice. 2 stat scrolls are very unlikely to give you your highest stat. If you ever have if you ever have stats with your 2 highest, it is true random. Then it's not bad. I'll keep you in the second. Maybe try not to spend too much money, but that's not too shabby of a thing. Okay. I'm thinking here. I lost what I was thinking of. Yeah, it's because of the challenge rift that I got then. And that's probably what is causing that. But normally it would work. Just get it true random, and that means more likely to get your... I mean, it's like a 2/3 chance of any one that spawns in to get your main stat in there if you find like a 2-stat scroll. Yeah, a 2-stat amulet early on. Then I'm going to want to try and stack these all in the same thing. Probably survival. Because worst comes to worst, I can always end up just taking the necromancy, keep it simple like that, and it's not going to be the best for healing, but it'll work. It'll function perfectly fine. Okay. Now then. We talk about horny here. Yes, but not on the regular. Not on main. At least I try not to. It's like we're trying to do a proper, like, good YouTube video type of thing right now, not one that's just stained with your disgraceful degeneracy here. You can save that for after I die in the bank again, because I somehow decided to continue to go into the bank for some reason, even though I really should have learned my lesson by this point. It's fun, and it's a new area, come on. Okay. Sorry, or you're welcome, depending. Yes. Look, you're clicking on this video to watch Dead Cells gameplay, I think. Like maybe cool bank facts. Cool economic facts. But, you know. It's appropriate. We're talking about the bank right now. Yeah, right? Yeah. What do I want? A Chemical Carbine could be... Oh, maybe it would be better, actually. I'm not hurting on money or anything right now. Let's just see if I can go find Hokuto's bow. or covers in oil. I'm willing to be a little bit willing to spend more money if I can get some oil for the oil and burning synergy there. After all, we're going for a very powerful run. I'm not, just using one type of weapon. I have a very curated sort of build at this point in time. Alchemy gun is always fun. It's a really good item, but it is also one that it works best if I have the Hokuto's bow. I think right now, if I don't, 2 items that I have here instead should work out pretty well. Should prevent me from taking a lot of damage by the end of this, just because anytime I see any very difficult enemy, it's just money shooter them. Simple as that. Okay. Ranged weapons. It does have that give and take, but as long as you don't get hit too much, it's always worthwhile. Okay. Doc, last stream I made you were gloating about your I was not. What are you talking about? I wasn't gloating about any sort of knowledge of anything. That was not gloating. If anything, I was apologetic because Damn it. See, this is why I gotta stop reading literally everything in chat. It's clearly not doing me any favors here. Okay. Every area has a set amount of scrolls. Yeah, it used to be that like every area, for example, going into the Sepulchre had way more power scrolls than anything else, so that was always the best area to end up going into. I think at this point in time, they all have been more or less evened out between each one of the areas, so that you're getting pretty much the same amount regardless. And just like some sort of effort to balance the game, which I mean, well, we've been following Dead Cells for a while. Has been mixed results. You know how that is. It was a mad flex of this community. What sort of community am I creating? I know exactly what sort of community I'm creating. This hideous Frankenstein's a monster that I like to call the Bird Watchers, which it is a name that I regret making even when I made it. But, well, here we are. Oh, okay. A few more things. I have somehow fat fingered right into that pit there. How shameful. I don't know why I even tried to make that jump, speaking of which. Okay, come on. I actually didn't start out with Midas Blood this time. I just have a lot of money. Maybe I'll just, down a potion. Be safe than sorry. After all, I've already lost a few runs. Maybe try and avoid doing any more, though. In 1695, the Bank of England, B of E, BOFE, became one of the first banks to issue banknotes, the first being the short-lived banknotes issued by the Stockholm's Banco in 1661. Initially, these were handwritten and issued as the deposit for a loan. Promise to pay the bearer full value of note demanded by a specie. In 1745, standardized printed notes ranging from 20 to 1,000 pounds were issued. Okay, so I don't know. It's interesting. I never really thought of the history of like bank and currency to be more modern than I would have thought. I don't know. It's just I would have thought that by like the 1600s that we would have had something approximating modern banking to have already existed. But I suppose it actually did take quite some time. Oh, here's where the money shooter comes in, baby. I didn't want to use 3 hits there, and yet I probably should have. Such is the way of the world. Oh, man. Man. I thought the Undying Shores DLC had less scrolls, but more loot. Oh, yeah, they did eventually fix that in a patch. Well, that took a little while, but I remember that, yeah, that was sort of the... All right, that's... Okay. That's a lot of good synergies happening here. I should really maximize the damage that I got on this stuff right now. And that is what I am looking for. Now let's hope that I don't die. Okay. Both of these nuts. Did that back in the actual money shooter run, and here we are in what is probably going to turn out to be another money shooter run, and yeah. 3 H's of the 3 H's, history, horny, and hubris. Usually it tends to be history of like some random, I'll take this. Don't get the burn though, but do get the burning oil synergy? I can probably make something work here with this. Okay. Is Money Shooter that good? I think it is. The damage this thing can output is wacky. And I'm hoping that that will really carry me into some perfect boss fights later in the game. You know, just chunking down. As long as I get even some freezing or something, slowing down. It's like it should. I think it should be pretty effective. Especially if I do end up, and I might do this, end up going for the Guardian route. I'm either thinking it's going to be the 5-cell or the Guardian route, because those are the two that I'm missing. I don't know if chat has any particular opinions on that, but I am kind of indecisive as of right now. But like, yeah, look at it just clearing its way through. If I got like a Pierce All, I would be able to just destroy everything in an entire row of enemies. Do still need to hit him though. Not quite one hit, but this is also usually the point in time that you have the least amount of damage in the game. Like, this is where enemies tend to be the toughest. So the fact that I'm nearly one-shotting stuff with a money shooter, I think, speaks volumes as to how good it is. It should make it so that I'm not, you know, doing a mad dash for the exit because I kind of bit off more than I chew by coming in here. And I'm like, look at that difference. So it's good. It's good stuff. Oh. Yeah, we haven't really chose the yeah, I suppose we haven't really chose the game franchise that I'm going to go do a deep dive of this time. So what's it going to be, chat? I'm talking about Five Nights at Freddy's earlier. Oh, man. Trying to get the repeater crossbow, and I'm just farming the enemy right now because Malaise is spawning them. I mean, you can always just use the Pokeball, the Hunter's Grenade. That's always what I end up using for most stuff, unless it's like a mini boss or whatever that needs to drop it. Few things left in the bank, speaking of which, that I still have yet to get, but hopefully it's dropped right off. Also, what a weird place for the bombs to fall. Just whack them with some of my ample amount of wealth. The kind that I can only dream of in real life. Okay. Done. Did not even stand a chance, man. Helltaker lore? I'm pretty sure the lore of Helltaker is the guy who wanted to have a demon harem, and the demons were all like, hell yeah, dude. Also, we love pancakes. And I'm like, hell yeah, I love pancakes. I should make some pancakes today. I was actually seriously considering doing that. Kirby lore would be fun. I only know so much Kirby lore. I don't know as much about the modern games. Mostly it kind of starts and ends with the Dark Matter saga. Dark Matter, of course, one of my favorite video game villains of all time. Throw it already. Ah! Stop getting the cloud of enemies in the way. You're making this hard for me. Yeah, you can see, without like a Hokuto's bow, damage over time from the electric whip is starting to fall off a little bit, but like I said, this is also the point in time that you get, you get the least amount of damage against enemies, so it's not entirely unreasonable. Still, though, I'm dealing just fine in terms of DPS. Oh, in terms of bros per second. No, you don't. Done. Okay. Now then. Wait, a Sigma Grindset hasn't gotten you rich? As it turns out, spending all of my time bragging about how I'm a Sigma male has not made me any more wealthy or even respected. when talking to other people. Oh, just go right for this here. Gah! Okay. There we go. King DDD is one of my favorite villains. He's not, past like the first game, he wasn't even that much of a villain. He usually just appears there. God, Money Shooter's like legit really good, by the way. I do want to point that out one more time. It wasn't just a fluke. Nah. I don't like that. Gonna be a little bit too hard to use. It wasn't just a fluke the first time. Trust me, this is a good item. It obviously does have a very clear drawback, but I think it's totally worthwhile regardless. Okay, start zapping him. Zappy Zap should take him out easy. Okay. Villain. Yeah, he's really not that much of a villain. I mean, by the time that we hit up oh yeah, I already got the 250 damage. This I actually do have I do with the Scavenge Bombard have burning oil, so the potential for burning oil. So that should, yeah, we're looking at a good build here. I think that goes without saying. All right, I don't really need to go for Mama Tick. We're going for the Scarecrow, so let's go a safer route. Keep it easy. Kirby and Dark Matter are different reincarnations of the same godlike being. I don't know if that's necessarily... Wait, that I'm actually not even... Is that a new lore thing? Huh. I mean, here's the thing. There were plenty of villains of that sort in the Kirby games. I'm thinking of like Dark Mind from like Amazing Mirror, the alternate dimension version of that. Dark Nebula from Squeak Squad. The original Nightmare from Nightmare in Dreamland. A lot of them have that sort of like a evil ball design. It is a common theme? Is that necessarily, like, does that actually fit into the lore as of this point? Because I was unaware of that. God damn, that's good stuff. Just like taking out 2 elites like that. As long as you have a piercing on this, you can even get more bang for your buck. Minus the bang, of course, but definitely plus the buck. That sentence brought to you by your dad. Okay. Colorless money. The colorless run with Money Shooter and Secret Spiny Weapon. All about resource management. In some ways, but you know, of course, spinny, not spiny, spinny. Of course, Spinny Weapon. Oh, it's that has just the biggest drawback against, of course, the character it comes from. Evil balls are a surprisingly common occurrence. Yeah, I know. Vati. I also think of in like Zelda. That compared to that along with the Nintendo hand boss are things that appear surprisingly commonly. But I don't know. I always liked Dark Matter's design. Something about being the evil eyeball, or like similarly the inverted colors evil. Well, not quite inverted colors, but close. Evil eyeball of like Zero, for example, is I don't know. I like it. I think it's a nice, cool, elegant design. I'm a big fan. All right. You actually do spread inflammable oil. I'm going to take you. And you know what I want. It's called the Hokuto's Bow. It's right here. Anything of interest? Burn when they die. Shoot stuff. Pierce. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. As it is, though, I do want to make sure. I did already use one. Don't forget what you have in your main hand right now. Yeah. Roll. Use the Alchemic Carbine. Then use Money Shooter if you're not doing good enough. Frankly, though, that should be fine for the most part. Gonna have to be careful for cash. Yeah, these things probably worth taking out, especially because they don't actually take poison damage. So, you know. Yeah, Zero rips his iris out. Oh, what a weird... I also love the track for that Hyper Zone. It's a good like minute-long, like quintessentially Kirby boss track. Yeah, teleport up here. And we will go send you to your inevitable and actually pretty easy to accomplish destruction. All right. Yeah, but there's also other characters than that. Of course, one of the other more common type of final bosses that appear in the Kirby games are the Mark's clone. Remember when like Magalore did that? Ah! I tried to use the money shooter on you. Look, I do like me Kirby Superstar and everything, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I like it as much as seemingly everybody else does. Look, it's a great game. Well, I don't know. It's like I always thought that Kirby 64, the whole idea of combining two powers was something that never really they didn't do enough with that. I want to see more games where they have that combo of powers because I really like it conceptually, even though ultimately I think, ooh, big radish. Even though conceptually, I think it's more conceptually interesting than a lot of the combinations that they ultimately came up with. Also, you know, just in general, the Kirby 64 is such a weirdly slow game and everything. As much as I do like it and the aesthetic and everything, music, of course, is as always on point. Ha! Colorless tentacle. Ooh, that's hilarious, game. I don't think so, unless Hokuto's bow was as overpowered as it was in the alpha. Not gonna be happening. Why are you just saying balls now? Stop that. Balls. 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 Stop it. Stop it. I said I wasn't going to do this. Anyway. It's a funny word. Okay. Now then. So 7 away from the Mark's clones after Magalore. Fair enough. I thought I saw that they did that again in like Robobot. No. They didn't do that in Robobot. They did a different character from that same game. But it was there was a pretty clear callback in that game. Let's just say that. I don't want to, like, I don't know. Do a spoil thing? Can you really spoil things in a Kirby game? Do I have to be worried about spoiling things in Kirby? We're talking about Kirby here. Yes, we can all talk about deepest lore, but I mean, really now. Okay, had a Star Fox boss. Yeah, but I mean, the Star Fox bot was a... So what do people say about me spoiling things about Kirby? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to play it safe and not spoil anything. That's tie-ins. Shotsley Trail of Flame. You know what? That does make it so that I have some very, very consistent burn and fire around here for as much as I could possibly want. And I do want it a lot. Bah. Yeah. Well, I guess it's a good thing that I got a food shop here, I suppose. All right. Oh, I want to try and stack things for legendary items, of course, because legendary items are so incredibly powerful at high levels. But the health is still a concern nonetheless. Done. Hey, and I'll take... Actually, it's pretty much the same thing. Because it does... How the hell has Nintendo just botched Star Fox for years now? I don't know. I haven't even been trying with, like, F-Zero. Instead, I guess the focus for the racing games are all about the Mayro karts now. It's too bad, because, I don't know. I like that sort of aesthetic. Oh? Nah, I think the stuff I'm using right now is probably what I want to go with. In fact, let's save up some money. I want to make sure that I can actually, you know, heal and get potion charges later. Because otherwise, I do think that might be a little bit of an issue in the future. As what usually happens, where it tends to be a little bit of an issue in the future. Ooh, watch out. Those guys stab fast. It almost got me anyway. Okay. Got the goddamn crossbow. Nice. That's a great item, by the way. It's like, it is super worth getting. But really, I would suggest just using the hunter's grenade for the most part. It really does make the grind a lot easier, trust me. I'm somebody that did the grind naturally Go back in the earliest days of the channel. You can go look at that if you want. I had to go beat up like 3,000 shield bearers for... No, it wasn't the shield bearers. It was the archers for bow and infinite crossbows was the one that took me a long time. I do not even remember. How the hell has Nintendo botched their online service? Oh, they're a very old school company, that Nintendo. They don't understand the internet. Which is the only thing that I can possibly imagine as an excuse here, because I got no idea otherwise. How do you do it that badly for so long? Found a legendary explosive crossbow. Hey, also a great item. Legendary, same thing. I take it. In the meantime, like I said, stacking it all, baby. If only I can eventually get like a better version of the... Better version of my necklace right now. Get my stats a little bit better organized. Sure, it's going to be, of course, extraordinarily minimal amount of health, but if I'm doing it right, it won't matter. That's the entire thing. Oy. Oh, yeah. I almost did forget about taking the chest in here. I'm not going to need that. Not going to worry about too much. Let's... Still should have enough enemies to fight right now, right? Yeah, it's fine. Okay. It should be okay. Should be totally and completely okay. Hello. Multiple things. Good. Whatever. That's good enough. They understood enough of the internet to smother the competitive Melee community that... Melee players. No, that's it. Melee players. Okay. Man, I tell you. Okay. Try not to die here. This is a decent run thus far, but obviously can still very much go badly in but 1 second. There we go. 10,000 damage with each hit right now. Doing well enough. All right. Got the 60 kills. Got pretty much everything. I just don't have the 20,000 for the flask charge right now, but I guess that's okay. I mean, I suppose, you know, taking a... Well, what I could do is I could go just take some damage purposely and then heal that up with the thing that I got. The, questionable decisions being made here. Heal that up with the radish that I have up there. Is that enough, though? Not quite. It's not... It's close, but it's not quite enough. I don't know. I also obviously have the next area, too, to go into, and that's going to be Fractured Shrines, and that's going to also have a health stuff. You know how that is. Don't scoff because you can't wave dash. Have you ever seen me play this game? I could definitely learn how to wave dash in 5 seconds. Be wave dashing all around you by like the end of the first half hour of actually attempting to do that in the game. But I won't. Because, you know, that game probably came out before most of you guys were born, right? I tell you. I was sitting there back in the day. I was sitting there. That is quite a big extra amount of damage. I should just take it. Lose out on the synergy, but that's okay. You know, I remember back in the day looking at Nintendo Power, being like, oh man, look at this. They got a character that's actually 2 characters. Ice Climbers. I've literally never heard of that franchise before. You guys weren't even around. You guys were yet in the land of wind and ghosts. Yet to be born. And you say, old man. I don't know how to play Melee. I think I didn't own all the Smash Brothers back in the day. Playing them day one, you damn kids. All of them up to Brawl, and then I kind of fell off. Honestly, I never even owned a Wii, so I actually just played on friends' Wii instead, for the most part. But let me tell you, I'm still an OG. I know all about it. There we are. Oh. Okay, boomer. Okay, it was only 2004. Come on. It wasn't that long ago. It's not like I was playing the Smash Brothers for the Amiga back in the day or something. Let me just go dust off my Commodore 64. Nah. Not when it's destroyed. Not good enough. All of them if you only count the first 3. Of 6, right? Yeah, Brawl. Yeah, 6. Right? Not worth it. I got a build going. All right. Then I'm gonna see. Can I? Yeah, there we go, baby. I knew getting this heavy turret with the flames and everything was gonna pay off. Anyway. 50% is a failing grade. Since when is that how we measure things here on the Dr. Inferno Firebird channel? Do you know how many times I've actually won this game? The characters on the new ones are not what people really wanted. Aren't they though? I don't know. I like a lot of them. To be honest though, it's like because I haven't played those games so many years, I can't really say that, oh yeah, I got a real big horse in this race right now in terms of my opinions on the Smash lineup. I think there's some cool characters in there. I like the Dragon Quest hero. Come on. That's like OG gaming type of character. I appreciate seeing him show up. Also, like they got wasn't it like Terry Bogard they got in the games? Like, come on. Between like them and Ryu and yeah. I'm not familiar enough with Tekken. I can't remember the character's name. I'm sorry. Kazuya. What's the character's name? Oh, you're getting all the. All you need is like a Mortal Kombat character, which is probably not going to appear in a Nintendo game, I would say. Kazuya. Okay. Sorry, I never really. Okay, look. I'm sorry. I know about the character. I never played any one of the Tekkens. I'm just like, you know, it's not my. 3D fighters were never really my thing. Fighters in general were never really my thing, but especially 3D fighters. You know, it's, you know what I'm saying here. But I mean, look at. By the way, once again, look at how casual we're getting this run to be now that I actually have like the build for it. Ooh, it's amazing. It's a thing of beauty, really. But of course, that's what you expect when you get a very good run going on. Oh, I should make sure that I have. I totally forgot to get like poison damage. That's part of the whole thing. Oh ho, you say? I see some high quality items. Ooh. Oh my. Give me that. I'll be taking that one. Wait until you get to the bank. I could probably deal with the bank. This is the hubris. This is the hubris before a fall. But still, though. I don't know, man. I don't think I can probably make it. Such is the hubris before a fall, though. I mean, do not mistake that. Okay. I do want to kind of prevent myself from using too much money here. I do need a little bit to actually go get a potion charge after all. Ooh. Almost missed that there. Okay. Actually got a lot of money here, too, though, so it ain't going too bad. Dual wield Hokutos. Oh yeah, the ultimate build. Oh, I'm gonna have to go for the curse chest, and I'm gonna try and maximize damage and everything. That is just a necessary thing to do. There's a lot of stuff here that I like, but I think I do. Chemical carbine, spreads inflammable oil. If it had damage on poison targets, I would take it. We'll see. By we'll see, I mean probably not. I'd love to say that it would work out, but I do not think it is going to work out. Oh, these are also like some difficult looking areas to kind of traverse here. All right. Hope I don't die. Why is there just a random... Let that cross. Let that cross. Okay. Why haven't I done Hokuto's only run? I swear I have at some point in time, right? I was doing tier list for a subscriber goal. What was... Okay, I probably said that at one point in time. What was the tier list? Something. Oh, yeah, no, I've never done a tier list for weapons. I always feel like I don't want to be I don't want to be like the authority on what is good and not. There's an enemy over there somewhere, and I was looking for the enemy. Man, I tell you, I knew it was coming too. Well, you did an Isaac tier list? Yeah, I did. That was fun to do. But it's just like I don't play Isaac a whole lot, so I feel like I have no actual authority to say what's good or not in that game. Damn it! I can't believe I died there. It's just like that's always, of course, where you're going to die. I mean, that is just that area in a nutshell. Like, do you expect anything else, really? But still, though, man, I saw something shooting a projectile at me from off screen, and I'm like, oh, I better pay attention to that, because that'll probably kill me if I don't look. I've gotten killed by stuff like that before. And then I jump into the one projectile that seemingly existed between me and actually getting to the teleporter, the one place where I would be at least largely safe from most things. I should have run masochism. That wasn't the problem. I was cursed. I was cursed, and when you're cursed, you're cursed. Such is the way of the world. You want those stats, and I do want those stats. And you gotta get cursed. What a rotten way to die. What an expected way to die, really. That's the whole thing. No, wait, I did never promise that. Are you sure? That feels like something I would promise. Of course, I have no idea what the subscriber goal would end up being regardless, so... I don't know. Maybe that was the thing that was going to replace reading all of the JoJo's while running on a treadmill. But, you know, Sag. Truly it is Sag, chat. Anyway, I think I'm going to flawless concierge. Yeah, probably. It's probably the easiest boss to flawless in the game. Gotta keep your distance. I literally died on him. What? Oh, come on. He's the easiest boss to flawless. Okay, there's 30 at least. Come on. Come on. Keep on trucking. Well, if I get nothing else, I suppose I'll take this. At least has the right stats here. Man, I tell you though, it's like curses. You know how that is. Yeah, you did get the item. That is the more important thing. That is a permanent unlock after all. Never goes away. Okay. In the meantime, though, it's like, come on. These runs are so good, and it's like you know that I would have probably had a really good chance at flawlessing the Scarecrow if I actually did get to the Scarecrow in that last run. It wouldn't have even been too difficult. I'm telling you. These animations are the buggiest when you deal too much damage. Yeah, but if you deal too much damage, really, I don't see any flaw with that. Okay, all right. And keep on going. Moment Tick is an easier boss if we take advantage of the water. Feels like a Crusher, I know, really helps to deal enough damage to stun her out of some of the attacks. But aside from that, still think you're going to have to deal with some of the more frustrating things with that boss regardless. Just kind of annoying in some ways to try and dodge around like the spike attack, I guess you could call it. I don't know when let's go just get Midas Blood. I was sort of a little bit low on money to start out with. I should be much better now. Yeah, crowd control can make them a little bit less predictable. Crowd control also doesn't necessarily turn off the concierge's damage field around there too. Good run because use some quick bow action. I mean, if I get like ungodly amounts of stats, of course, quick bow and magic missile are amazing with that. But it takes that is a weapon that takes some time to get going, you know? Man. That is a tough character. It's tough to use sometimes, yeah. I think is the place that I was going to, but I kind of forgot everything I was saying in the last couple minutes. You know how that goes. In the meantime, though, if I'm going for no hits and everything, obviously, the bird should be a very good option for this run. Not quite manifesting itself here, but just think of it like me getting a lot of extra money. That's the way I'm going to look at it. And still survival, etc. The same basic strategy, just don't die to a curse, you know? It's a pretty simple sort of strategy that I've gotten formulated here. Don't die to a curse. And if I don't die to a curse, I probably am likely to get a successful run going here, you understand? Networking never really works for me in the way I want to. Yeah, I know. It's great against like the, with quick bow, it's great against the giant, of course. But I think overall, like a heavy turret build, not a heavy turret build, a turret-focused build, that can include the heavy turret, I suppose. But largely focusing on having turrets is just a very easy way to take down the giant. Don't die to curse, can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. No. Like, we're here to get as many stats as possible. More stats mean more likely that I'll be able to perfect bosses. And if none of this works, and I just die again, then we call this a casual run episode, and nobody's the wiser. Except for all of the times that I talked about my intentions in this episode. So everybody, ignore that. You're not gonna tell the people at home that it's like I failed many times due to curses and or the bank. Just bleep out the intentions. Ah, yes, let me go get my Steam Deck or what do all the really popular streamers use to like do the stuff? Maybe I should go do that, and then I can just have like an on-demand cartoon fart button for everything, right? You hide the chat for that reason. I don't know. I never really like having chat on stream whenever I'm watching other streams, unless it is literally just a just chatting stream. Is that just me? Like I like having the video game, the gameplay front and center, you know? Besides, if there's anything that the people at home need to know about, I'll just read it out loud. Isn't that right, chat? Isn't that right, chat? Ah, yes, the Fart Megalovania Mind Break button. Yep, that's the one. Just haven't mapped to the same thing as my start stream macro. Literally never ends. I don't know. I could probably also deal with curses a lot easier if I did end up taking, say, a well, depends, I suppose. It's like if I can just get to a teleporter in the first place, then I'm probably going to be okay to take care of a curse in that area. There's plenty of places to run to, is what I'm trying to say. Just trying to get out of the initial like little island area with the entrance of the curse chest is always kind of the problem. All right, money. Money talks. Anyway. All right. Try not to die here. But, you know, we've seen how that's been working so far, right? Read that out loud? No. I've already read that on these streams before. And I'm not going to do it again. I'm not making that mistake a third time. I'm not making that mistake a 7th time. A 32nd time. Ah. Okay. All right. Anyway, still trying to look for like any sort of upgrade that I can possibly get. 60 kills, though, I think will go a long way to helping me out. What happened to my controller? My controller just suddenly stopped working. What? Okay, there we go. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. It was an age of streams. It was an age of streams, unfortunately. Controller stuck. Well, thankfully I already got through the door, so it doesn't really matter. The interior can remain like fish eggs. How's that for old copy pastas, kids? Okay. 5 left. Come on, baby. Looking for some big damage. Some big boy outrageous damage. Give me that money shooter. Do I want to take the money shooter immediately? Yeah, I guess so. It's going to be a pretty substantial increase in damage, as we've already seen. Made it. Hey, what do we got here? Legendary Bloodsword. Legendary Bloodsword. Do you have the lifesteal on you? Because I don't know. I mean, it's like, I'm probably not going to end up using that for most of the run, but I remember right now. Not good enough. Good enough. No, that's a song. That was the song that, well, no, they were quoting by, they were quoting it during the door stuck video. In the same way that I do, which is of course why I remember it so well. Anyway. Fish egg lord. Look, what is that? Can somebody tell me? Because I don't remember the name of it at this point in time for whatever reason. So got hit there, but I already got the 60 kills, so it's okay. Probably just go type that into Google and find the... yeah, maybe I'll just do that. Whatever, we're doing fact-checking stream, everybody. We're checking facts. Oh boy, I know that you all love when I go on my phone. The best part of any sort of stream is when I go on my phone to go look up something. Oh, let's drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. There you go. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Usually I'm so tuned into the Snoop Dogg stuff, but whatever. There you go. God damn. It's always more entertaining to have somebody else Google something than try and explain it. So you knew, but you just wanted to see me fumble around and try to remember one of Snoop Dogg's most famous tracks, which I should have memorized at this rate. But here we are. Ugh. Embarrassing. I'm literally embarrassed for myself. Yeah, I know. You would think so. Anyway. Ugh. One of the most famous. Everybody knows Drop It Like It's Hot. Maybe like Atomic Dog or something. I don't know. But anyway. Anything else I'm doing here? Well, go watch a door stuck video while you're at it if you want to go get informed about various dumb internet things. Okay, there's where the exit is. I was trying to figure out, it's like, what place do I actually need to do wall climb up to? And it's right here. Okay. Whatever happened to Snoop Lion? Well, there's this thing called branding. And as Jay-Z once said, he is... Oh, nice. He is not a businessman. He is a businessman. And you can't really change your name that easily. For example, I've wanted to change my name from Dr. Inferno Firebird on Twitch here to Doc Firebird, you know, keeping consistent with the YouTube stuff. But I don't want people to be confused when I suddenly have a different name on here, so I've been putting that off for quite a while. Did you know Snoop Dogg's in some trashy horror movies back in the 90s? Are you asking me? Are you asking me if I know about Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror? I've seen it. It was very trashy, by the way. Like, yo, it was really... That is some real trashy movies. Oh, boy. Ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. Where are you? Okay, it's one of those dudes. There we go. Try not to die to curses again. Otherwise, I'm ending the stream instantly if I die to a curse. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. Come on, don't. And the stream continues for the time being. Oh, yeah, baby. Ooh, piece of cheese, too. My favorite. I mean, it is. You all know this about me. There's one thing that I love. It's dairy products. Especially those cultivated... There's a lot of salt and fat. Butter, cheeses, I love them. The stream remains hostage. Yes, I'm sorry, everybody. You're no longer allowed to go see your family. Not until I either die to a curse or finish the run. Look. Look, I promise you. You'll be. I will let you go right after I'm done with this. Now, let's talk more about Snoop Dogg tracks. I prefer you to my real dad. Good. The indoctrination is working. This is also great, by the way. And also, what else? Wait, you got something there. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's good. Oh, all right. Calm down. Calm, cool, collected. I got so many stats here. The indoctrination. That's clever enough. I should have thought of that. But of course, given that you signed the contract, I do in fact own that line. I'm sorry, Lonely Cracker. That is now a doc certified original quote. Okay, certified by myself. Okay, come on. God, I'm gonna lose so much health. God, I just ran right into it. The hubris, man. The hubris. Am I dying to curse or am I dying to hubris? Historians will debate that point. Okay, come on, please. Okay. I'm doing okay. Feeling fine, man. For abusing copyright law. I'm a streamer. Abusing copyright law is something that I do unintentionally all the time. Do I look like a lawyer? I merely worked with lawyers for years. I actually learned very little about copyright law, despite, having to look at so very many patents. You don't even know how many patents I had to look at while in my previous place of employment. So many. Usually for things that, as far as I know, never actually ended up being used. Okay, all right. By the way, lawyers are vampires working with the enemy. Oh, by the way, the next job that I might be working... Ooh, that's not bad. Yeah, I'll take that. Next job I might be working at might be a pharmaceutical company, so... the evil continues. We'll see, though. Selling medication? No, it's gonna be doing data entry again. I'll probably be just there, like, okay, so we sent out X crates of Viagra to these people or something. It's a good thing nobody knows about these streams, otherwise maybe that would probably be something I shouldn't be talking about. Everybody forget what I just said, now that I'm thinking about it. All right. Good. Oh my god, incredible superstar. Nothing to rally. Ugh. Okay. Okay. There we are. Good. Oh, Ravage POV. Such is the way of Dead Cells. But you know how that is. You know how that is. Okay, I'm actually just gonna, like, this is the point in time that we're just gonna, not get rampaged by literally everything in this level right now. Okay, we good? That was a little bit closer than I would have liked it, but at least I got a good amount of money out of it, I suppose. Pain into pleasure, the pleasure of wealth. There's like 3 enemies left in this, and one of them would drop the key. I'm gonna do it, actually. Man. Man. I want the money. I need the money, man. Okay. All right. See what happens to show up at this rate. No, still. It's literally. I don't have the key, right? The key's not on the map. There's literally 1 enemy left. What is this absurd luck? Oh my god. Man. Just go, everybody picture that one horse looking out over the sea with the caption of man. That's how I'm feeling right now. There it is. Anyway, get on out of here now after I wasted an absurd amount of time trying to do this for really no reason. Right. Anything else? This would probably be one of the more interesting items that I could end up getting, but not really working out in that way now, is it? Okay, back to the ossuary. Keep it nice and simple. Nice and wave emoji, horse emoji, and in all caps, man. See, I told you, all of the really important chat messages I'm going to read out loud, of course. Okay. Couple on a horse in the sea while the guy leading the horse is almost drowning. What? No, I have not seen that picture. What? Okay, this is definitely the point in time that I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of disengagement. Hey, I'm here finally. Oh man, we've been going for like 2 hours, and only 1 hour has actually even been in this video. It's like, this is supposed to be a really good, nice, easy, simple run, but I keep dying either to the bank or curses. It is a truly cursed and banked run. Take this run to the bank, boys. I'm not going to the bank because I'm not going there. You can't make me. Not anymore. Not after last time. Not after the last 3 times. Hey. But look. I don't know. I didn't have another part of that sentence. I was just kind of said it as if hoping that the words would find their way into my mouth and then out of my mouth. Curses are a must-take all the time. Well, I'm trying to do for a good run. I'm trying to do like big maximum damage super run, but such riches are not manifesting themselves in front of my eyes. It's unfortunately dying to curses instead, as one does, as I do. Okay. But I don't know if I am. I guess I probably want to not spend too much money ultimately. Do sort of need the cash right now for multiple reasons. So I really thought I was going to be hit by that enemy. I don't know why. Okay. Usually not one that I tend to take a lot of damage from, but that's true for a lot of enemies that I end up dying to anyway. Let's take that. Oh boy. Seen the comic of a horse with a what? No, I've not. That's another one of the things that that's one of the chat comments that I'm not going to be reading out loud. Oh, damn it! Why do I allow links in my chat. It just promotes stuff like this, really. Oh. This is on you. No, it's not. You're literally the one that posted the link. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm not like your normal streamers. I'm a cool streamer. I allow links in chat, and this is how you repay me. Which is the thing that I say before, I don't know, you kill me to take over my streaming empire. I'm not looking at it. Okay. Look, we already got the me looking at links in chat or whatever for the stream when I looked up Snoop Dogg tracks. We're not doing this anymore right now. Unless you want me to look up more hip-hop lyrics. Okay, now it's time for me to perform the entirety of Rap God. Are you all ready? Can somebody send me a very bad MIDI of the backing track for Rap God? Want to see a speedrun of the first level of Shovel Knight? Oh, I've seen plenty of speedruns of Shovel Knight. They're very fun. And bonk, and we're good. Oh, hey, Super Mario mode. Fun. Come on. Let's see what we got. No, I can't handle that cringe. Cringe? Hey, come on. The Candyman, also known as Mr. M, is a very talented rap character. I think we all know this. Also, God, I hate that there's just like this tiny enemy down there. It's freaking me out so much. Don't die to curses. Don't die to curses. Try not to, but it's not the easiest thing right now, is it? Okay. 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 There we are. All right. Yet again, the stream remains online, and you remain on the edge of your seats, wondering how this is going to go. John Candy was a rapper? I mean, maybe. Yo, this is some weird times in like history where just about anybody will become a singer or something like that, even if they had no talent for it. I don't put it past Mr. Candy. I don't put it past Uncle Buck to maybe try his hand at the rap game. It's not the most unrealistic thing I've ever heard. While good, and that would probably get me through a lot of areas pretty easily. I'm not going to end up using... Stop it! Stop getting hit by so many things in a row like that. Okay. Quicker, quicker, quicker! And there we go. Why do we gain chatter since I posted that link? I feel like I should be banning you for that, and I haven't even seen what it is. And yet here we are. You're instead helping buff out the viewer count of the stream. What a world we live in. It's just... It's like you think that it's like people don't want people, but people want it. People want the trash. People want it to be disgusting, grosser than you could possibly imagine. That's what sells, baby. Stop posting links like that, though. I assume it's bad. I don't actually know because, again, I didn't see it. You trash. Eat garbage. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, what else to take, though? I'm looking for any good synergies that I can get right now. I don't know if it's going to happen at this rate, though. Probably by the time I get into the second area and get like a few more legendary items, I think I'm going to be looking a little bit better for it. Hello, Legamiego. I'm doing voices right now. For some reason. For some godforsaken reason. But, you know, such is the way that these streams go when they're at once sort of easy but also, like, wholly unsuccessful thus far. It's a fun combination of two things like that. It's like, look at that. Look at how I'm doing right now. It's great. But at the same time, it's also not a successful run just yet. When I get to the point where it is, maybe I'll at least feel a little bit better about actually putting this sort of garbage up on my channel. All right. Got one more of those there. Any chance I'm going to get the 20K? No, not looking like it. Well, I shouldn't be getting hit in this next area anyway, so it's probably fine, you know? Got a new game tonight? Hey, what'd you get? So I just bought Rogue Legacy 2. I'm looking forward to it. That game's looking pretty good. Did enjoy playing through the first game again. Once again, it's a little bit rough around the edges in some ways, but I think it's like a very basic sort of grind game. Rogue Legacy has got a lot of fun stuff to it. You know how that is. You have any of the Timekeeper outfits? I got all of them. Every single one. I mean, I have most outfits from most things at this point in time. Stacking it up for that legendary. Should wear them. Well, I mean, I got like a random assortment of outfits going on right now. Kind of like how I like it. Get something new every single area. You sold the egg power. I got a really good build going on right now, and I think this should be a little bit more effective for the current character, the current boss I'm going up against. After this point, though, we'll see. Fractured Shrines. What outfits do you wear in real life? I'm wearing jeans and a red t-shirt right now, which is most of the time what I'm wearing. Red t-shirt. I also have like a gray t-shirt and a blue t-shirt and a green t-shirt. They are all single colors. They do not have anything on them. I do look like some sort of cartoon character. Yes, this is accurate. I know that I was playing a little bit close there. Well, that's my fault, really. Hi. Just in time to get showered with gore. Okay, wearing a gray hooded long sleeve shirt. I don't even wear like long sleeve shirts that much, to be honest. I mean, aside from like work stuff. Got a lot of like button-up shirts. So that's because of my last job, you know? You ever thought of playing Atomic Cross? I have thought about that, but like I don't know, I never really ended up doing it. I don't know. No reason why. You know how that is. I'm also wearing jeans and a red t-shirt. Easy to pure red t-shirt, like nothing else on it. Just a red t-shirt. Atomic Crops. It's sort of a top-down shooter in the vein of your Nuclear Thrones or Entered the Gungeons, except you grow crops. Kind of point. Keep hearing about Rogue Legacy 2. Know nothing about it or play the first one. What's the appeal? Why is everyone hyped? I'm actually just about to finish a playthrough of the first one. It's been in early access for a while, and in general, I don't know. It's like the first Rogue Legacy, even though it was kind of like one of the OG roguelites that made a lot of that was very popular. That and like Binding of Isaac sort of stuff. I was gonna say Binding of Object or something like that. Whatever. It's just a fun little grind game that at least seems, from what I've seen of the sequel, to be pretty good. So, you know. Started playing the first one because it was free on Epic. Yeah, it's not like a very long game or anything either. I can super expect that sort of game to be fairly inexpensive. Red on the front and black on the back. You look like a checker or something then. You look like a checkerboard. An interesting look. Oh, yes, I was one of the rejected people from... do I want to, though? Let's maybe wait until I have it... have my area kind of cleared out here to make sure I'm not about to die instantaneously as I walk out the door. Like this. Incentivized area is also giving me a lot of... Okay, this... Now, let's see if I die. Okay, let me go get my keyboard directly on my legs right now so that I can end the stream the second that I die. Okay. Come on. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Skull is also good. Skull is a really fun game. I do like it. Would recommend that one. Oh, plus 10% damage isn't worth it, though. Well, I mean, I should be doing hitless runs anyway, right? This is a bad idea. Feeling spicy today. I want to get those maximum stats, baby. Okay. Now let's not die. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel the death. I can feel death. It's coming. It's crawling up my back, man. Okay. Two. Trying to attract that guy over to me right yet. Try to be a little less attractive. I know that's very hard for somebody like myself, but it's working out. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I don't have to instantly end the stream. Don't worry, everybody. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, haven't tried Skull. It's a pretty decent game. Very much based around like large waves of enemies rather than like big exploration or anything. Oh, okay. There's a lot of good stuff here. Anything of interest? Oh. I mean, I'm of course interested in a lot of this stuff, but you know, I think I'm gonna go with this. Should end up giving me a lot of benefit out of here. Dead Cells isn't really a game; it's more of a spiritual experience. I like to think that all video games are like that. They are my religion, after all, and as a theologist, I am very qualified to say what is and isn't a religion. As established, did that make that into this episode? Did we do the me as a theologist? Did that make that into the original part of this episode, or are people not going to know what I'm talking about? Anyway, Skull reminds me a lot of Maple Story. Yeah, it's got that sort of feeling to it. True. I never played OG Maple Story. I was a Ragnarok Online boy. Yo, all my fellow Ragnarok players, give me a shout out right now. Sitting in Payon with your merchant, desperately trying to sell like a pouring card for 10 hours, right? While the game lagged to an unreal degree at that point in time. Great sprite art, though. Man, that game had some really good sprite art. Ooh, okay, a little bit of healing here if I want to. Top 5 religions? Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to do tier lists. I don't want to be the authority on stuff, even if, of course, I am a professional religion man, which I guess would probably describe more of like a priest or something, but whatever. RuneScape only. I never played RuneScape. Sorry, everybody. Sorry for anybody that wanted to know if I played RuneScape. I never played RuneScape. I don't know, like RuneScape and Roblox, I feel like are two of those games that I hear so much about, and I know like literally nothing about them. Like there's the oof sound effect from RuneScape, and I guess that's supposed to be like a create your own game sort of thing. That's all I know. RuneScape was like old MMO. Is you free to play or something? And I know the sea shanty song from it, but that's about it. You know how that is. It's a... But you want to talk about Ragnarok Online? I of course played an archer, sniper eventually. Like, come on. You know. They were the sort of characters that could solo MVP bosses, of course. Really. Time to request RuneScape. They do have old school RuneScape and like the more modern RuneScape, I guess, but that's a multiplayer game. You can't suggest a multiplayer game. No multiplayer games. It's one of the immutable rules of the game suggestion. Just hit him with the thing. Okay. All right. All right, we good? Ah, barely. Like the most barest of good that you can possibly be. All right, well, that's enough to afford like a potion charge at the very least. So, do feel accomplished in that way. And right in there. Well, you can still rally off of the birds, which I guess is good, but how often that really going to end up coming up? There, and let's go. Almost got dead celled. Dead celled. But I didn't. So, here we go. Poison synergy and burning synergy, even though it's not burning on fire. That is more that's a good one. That is a good one going on here. That's, of course, even aside from just a slight increase in damage just in general, which, as always, is appreciated. Let me solo her. I saw that was some sort of meme. I have no idea what it is. Good grunts for the fighting game. There's always a lot of good grunts when you... Dr. Inferno Firebird, her home of the good grunts. If you're looking for some of the highest quality grunts, you can get this side of the Mississippi. Come on over to Dr. Inferno Firebirds. We'll be serving them up all day and all night. I don't have Pierce on this now, which is kind of a problem. That, of course, is a good way to actually deal a lot of damage to enemies, but to a lot of enemies rather than just a single one, but I suppose I'll take what I can get. That was scary. Oh no, 1930s roleplay, it's coming back. Oh no. Oh no, the 1930s roleplay, it's happening. Resist. Okay. Oh, that was close. We almost went right back into black and white and 23 skidooing into the golden age of television. Are you building for something specific? Just a very powerful run. I'm trying to like do perfect boss fights. We'll see how that goes up against the Scarecrow soon enough. Oof. Oof again. Well, I might just end up using one of my potion charges right now anyway. In fact, you know what? I'm doing it. Making sure this works out well for me. My body, it's been pierced by a bird. Okay. Now then. Elden Ring player that drops summon sign in front of Millennia. Are they any good? Can they actually, in fact, solo her? I mean, like, I can. But does that matter, really? You know, it's weird that people spent, like, literally... People, like, on the regular, spending 10 hours doing the Millennia fight, and it's just like, a thing that everybody did for Elden Ring. It's weird. It's weird that people got the patience to go and spend 10 hours fighting a boss. Just... Like, I got my reasons why I do that. I'm a weirdo. But I don't understand why everybody else apparently also did that, too. They sold Millennia quite easily. Well, truth in advertising. Jazz wasn't until sometime in the 1950s. Somebody pull up the history. No, the 1930s was definitely the point. Like, you definitely had people doing jazz. Jazz was maybe like in the mainstream was in the 1950s. We went through the entire history of jazz in 13 Sentinels. Let's go pull up that one episode. Talking not a weirdo, you're just basic. Am I, though? Yeah, but like, am I really? Send me into the Undying Stars. Let's do this. Ugh. Of course you did. Yeah, we guess what the context was that we did it in. Come on. Take a guess. If you see or anything you didn't discuss, we'll discuss Space Coke a lot, if you want to listen to that. Thoughts on the broadsword? I never really liked the broadsword compared to a lot of the other survival weapons. It's not bad, and of course it is a fun weapon to use, you know, being based off of like the Fume Knight's broadsword. At least I'm assuming that's what the reference is. But, you know, I feel like there's better weapons that you can end up getting for survival especially. I'd rather take something like the Rhythm and Bazooki 100% of the time as opposed to like a broadsword. Or like a War Spear has especially been pretty great lately. There's a lot of different good alternatives, especially as they exist now in the game even. Been a lot of great items in the past few updates here, let me tell you. Maw of the Deep, for example. It's pretty good. Scat? No, it was actually in terms of it being originating from the word jasm, which of course is exactly what you think it comes from. History of jazz, everybody, here we are. Okay. Oh, Tombstone. Yeah, Tombstone's great. Man, I love the Tombstone. Tombstone's such a good item. Yes, Adija. You got it. You got it in one. I think we were talking about the Cantina ban in Star Wars, specifically. And that's kind of how that led into that. So, you know. In case you're wondering what sort of things actually happened in the 13 Sentinel series, there's your recap. Join me next week for another review of one of my 13 Sentinels episodes. Oh, where we try and break down the sandwich bit. Oh boy, that series was amazing. If anybody was ever like, oh man, I missed the Persona 5 series, I think that was a very good follow-up to it. A lot of ways. Oh, jeez. Oh, geez, you guys. No, no. Okay. I am really missing having the Pierce on this weapon, though, I'll say that. Okay. Oh. Of course you're talking about the Cantina band. Yes, of course we were. Remember when Kichijoji came off in the Persona series? That was all we talked about. And the second guy was supposed to have an entire song, but he was too embarrassed to do it. You can go and... I think the episode's called Cool Star Wars Facts. Just go watch it. Oh my god. Anyway, that was when we talked about Star Wars for just an unreal amount of time. Break him down, okay. Oh my god, that series was such an incredible mess. But, well, it's over. We need not suffer the 13 Sentinels anymore. Yeah, whatever, give them to me. And you posted it. Yeah, I didn't post that one for the Shu Amaguchi episode. Look, it's not... Is this a new one? No. I definitely think I've seen this one before. Yep. And so research could they have been doing in there, eh? Oh. Man. Get that horse next to the water again. I am in need of that image macro once more. Okay. So Jizz came first? Yes. Yes. And Jazz is apparently a play on that word. Being short for Jasm. So, yeah. You would go watch the episode. Nobody else watched that series. Come on. If you're interested in continuing this conversation, you go watch 13 Sentinels. Aegis Rim. Zone's super good now, but I missed the beta one, clearing the entire map. Yeah, man, that was so good. But even then, it's still quite good right now, so I'm not going to fault it too much. I mean, same thing with using like the electric whip and everything, where it's just a good item. It's just a good item that I would definitely recommend. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on the broadsword. It is also one of those items that you get really early, but you do also have the Nutcracker available at that point in time, and that is an item that can carry you into even late game. That's how good it is. This is the basic combo of the wolf trap and everything. So, you know, I feel like it's just outclassed at many turns. Yes, after everything we just talked about, we're going back to talking about actual Dead Cell strats. Wouldn't you know it? Such is the way of the world on the Dr. Inferno Firebird Scream. Home of the sickest grunts you've never heard before, because you're only hearing them on the stream. Okay. Yeah, I think Mark Hamill, of course, really knocked it out of the park for being the Joker. No surprise that it's just like he's one of the most famous people that have ever portrayed them. Even like in the OG Yakuza, they had him playing Majima, with a very Joker-like disposition, if I do say so myself. And I do. I got like no money left. I've been spending a lot of money, I'm just realizing right now. Uh-oh. Maybe I'll go take like a arrow to the face or something to get Midas blood working for me. Might actually be something I need to do right now. Joaquin Phoenix. I never saw the movie with the Joaquin Phoenix in it, unfortunately. So I couldn't really tell you too much about that. Not really. Maybe it's someday. I haven't really watched any movies for years, so you know how that is. God. I want to... legendary items, though. I shouldn't be getting hit anyway if I do this right. If I'm doing this right, everybody should be dancing. So... shouldn't need to worry about being hit and having a lot less health because of that, right? Right? I'm so low on money. Oh, boy, oh, boy. I got, like, spikes or something I can throw myself into once. I have healing. I do have healing. You got anything? No, it just appears to be a big room. Not really much here. Okay, I'm gonna go find an enemy and take some damage from it, purely to get money, which is a risky play. Like, my God, is it a risky play? Holy Christ! That was so much more than I was expecting. Wow. That was a single hit. Holy shamboli. Okay, anyway. Sort of what I expect with this sort of build, though. Yeah, welcome to I don't even know anymore. We've covered a lot of topics in this here stream. The history of jazz is probably the most notable one. Forgot your tactics? It's like, geez, I guess. Oh, boy. Oh, well, what do we got in here? This is at least also another way that I can get a little bit more money. Maybe something else. What are you looking at? It's not bad. That burning. I want to get the poison, of course. It's kind of the ideal thing. We've only one stat in red. Yeah, but even then, ish. All right. That was enough to even proc like a disengagement and everything. I mean, I'm tactics and I'm also building for legendary items. You know how that is. Whew. Well, let's hope for the best here. I'm feeling confident in my ability to maybe try. Well, I'm going to still have to, you know, not totally wang this. Let's wait 1 second so that I get my disengagement back up, just in case. And then get to it, baby. Yeesh. Okay, that's long enough. I'm getting bored of waiting. Oh, okay, you do slow down. I was worried about that for a second. Ugh. what is he doing? God damn it. Ah. Damn it. Oh. That was going so well, too. I was hoping that I was getting a little bit more slowdown from the thing. Malaise do be climbing. Yeah, I'll say. Well, I already got hit, so it didn't even matter, but so close though. So close. Such is the way that works. Hey, Sonic. Such is the way that works sometimes though. Spoke too quickly. It was looking good, but you know, it's just like, yeah, I literally would be killed in 2 hits regardless. Was working pretty well otherwise. Yeah. You know what I should have done? I should have taken the cannot remember the name now. The emergency triage. Now do Rogue Legacy 2? I mean, I suppose we could. Get out of here. Let me go look for Rogue Legacy. And then go change that to Rogue Legacy 2. Oh god, this is so loud. Where is my Rogue Legacy? There we are. What was that? It's Rogue Legacy 2. That's right, everybody. Here it is.